We're live and neither one of us is on stage. It's a Monday.
Nah, I'm up here. I was having to fix the background.
I'm
Got
just
to fix the background. I got the background. Got to get out here and share it out.
I'm just complaining about the day,
What's up?
dude.
What's
It's
up? What's up, Asaya Quill? Mama Quill in the building. I see you. Bonnie Vanner, good morning. Cicero, good morning. Wanda Smith, good morning. And Meat Freaks Barbecue from Palaca, Florida is in the house. Good morning, beautiful people. Linda Chilton, good morning. Andre Holland, good morning. And Pastor Nicholas J. Gaddis. I'm waiting on my Gaddis clan to tap in. What it do, family? What it do? H
Nick.
back in the building.
You know what I love about being on this side of the shit?
What's up?
Whenever you click on their name to put them up on the screen, I can actually see their profile picture. Like, I haven't seen some of these folks like
Mr. Classic.
big enough before. I'm like, oh shit, so that's Meat Freak. Okay, cool.
Good morning, Mr. Everybody, good morning. And we got the beautiful Deborah Luna then tapped in. Elder Golden Child Shop, how you doing? How you doing? Good morning, people. How y'all doing? Let me get my little share game together. You know, I got to put it in somebody's face or something, you know.
Yeah, I'm doing the same here.
Let them know it's El Presidente.
Oh, what happened there?
Mm-hmm. Let me see. We got the lovely Terry Nixon and tapped in. Good morning. Good morning. Deborah O'Neill. How you doing, beloved? Thank y'all. Thank everybody in the chat that then tapped in this morning. Work with your brother. Work with me. I'm gonna get it together. We are in the building. I ain't going. Been a member for 7 months. You know, I gotta put something together. You heard? I gotta put something together for the members only show. But family, I gotta be honest. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This weekend was a mother. Let me say, my bad. And we got the lovely Teresa in the building. The lovely Lawana Terry in the building. You heard? Nah, man, listen, my email was on fire. Good brother Tony Terry tapping in from Miami-Dade County 305 in the building. Man, my stuff was on fire, man. Concrete Jungle, how you doing? I never knew you can get beef in an email.
You didn't know that?
Nah, I didn't know people be beefing through emails.
Oh yeah, dude. Some people are stuck in the early 2000s.
I didn't know that Kobe Fatty, aka Elizabeth P. Finney, man. The lovely Elizabeth P. Finney. How you doing, beloved? Cicero, what it do? Oh, hey, facts. I was watching you. I see you and the wife had a great time down there. Glad y'all made prayers back for y'all safe travels. You heard? Oh, Deborah Luna, I'm gonna tell you. Y'all know that one lady Pop Gaddis. How you doing? Pop Gaddis. I'm gonna tell you how rough this is. You know who been study sending emails out here. Hey, we gonna. I'm gonna talk a little bit about it, but I know y'all know who got more info on that church stuff. Winnie Hall, that is. Let me tell y'all. Let me. What the? I can't get that together. Oh, there you go. Hey, let me tell y'all something. Okay, hold up. We got Cassandra Scott. Good morning, beloved. And we got Denise from Georgia in the building, my Georgia family. We got the lovely Lorna in the building. Olanika, Olalinka. If I said your name wrong, blame it on the Flint school system.
Yeah, but you graduated before they went in the tank, dude. We can't blame them.
They was in the tank then. we was a little more clever back then. No, man, you know,
Golden Egg is
listen,
worse than that.
You about to laugh when I tell you, but I do got to give her a shout out because she did try to defend what was going on, and y'all know I'm not on her favorite list. Miss Tia Austin. What up, Sean Sims? Hey, but she was fighting. She was fighting though, man. That lady has lost her mind. She lost her mind. She has really lost her mind, man. The
Yeah,
lovely
she lost her
Jazzy
mind
Melody. I
long
ain't talking
ago.
about Tia. I'm talking about the other lady.
Oh,
The
okay.
one's going crazy. Like I got something to do with. Once again, Jazzy Melody, how you doing, beloved from South Carolina? This lady has lost her mind. Do you know, man? She up here, man. I don't know what's going on, and y'all know this is, I guess, long time ex-girlfriend of Eric Mays. Rest his
Oh,
soul.
that one.
Man, she had, man, look, her and Tia was going back and forth, and the emails diabolical. I mean, she got me in there, uh, John in there, Miss Beverly Biggs in there, man. This woman trying to sue everybody. Allie Nicole Gaddis Rivers, good morning. My Gaddis clan is tapping in.
Didn't she threaten to sue us?
Oh, we back again.
God,
Man, this
go away.
this whole thing was, dude, it was just like unbelievable. The lovely Lanita Murray in the building. I'm like, what did I do to cause these problems for her? Like, what are you serious? My good brother
Dude,
Marcus Field in the building from Fairfield, California.
you're a
What's
good
going on?
guy. And honestly, I tried to stay under the radar lately. I think it might be something with our past reincarnate, like past lives or something. Like, this has to
You
be
know
karma
what,
coming
Deborah?
back from past
I
lives.
don't even want to know, to be honest with you. The lovely Erica got us in the building. I'm telling you, man, that woman thinking, I don't know what she thinking. Like, if I got something to do with the whole thing, man, she has lost her mind. I think she just wants the attention, but I ain't gonna say her name though. But I just think, man, she is an attention-seeking person. Like, why are you studying? Include me. Quit emailing me. Sweet cupcake on break. How you doing, beloved? Thank you for tapping in from Georgia. Miss Odie in the building. Good morning, sunshine. The way of Jesus Christ. I mean, way of Jesus Christ through Faith Church. How you doing, my Christian family? Like, dude, I never I never seen nobody who she just going crazy. Javier Jones, good morning from Durham, North Carolina. Good morning, good brother. I'm talking about, dude, she just won't let it go. I don't know what she think. We have nothing to do with, and rest his soul on the good brother Mays.
Yeah, Mr. Mace was a great dude, but yeah,
I,
we really did very little with him.
I'm Lorna, you right. I don't know what listen, I know she tripping. Like, I don't know what like attention that she want. Like, what is it? What's her end game? Like, Star Club 312, good morning. Thank you for tapping in. I don't know what her morning, what is she tripping on? Like, dude, this all she do. Blakey
Clout
Gaddis
chasing.
coming in from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. I keep telling y'all, my Gaddis clan is in the building. This woman has really, she has lost her mind. She infatuated
Mm-hmm.
with the whole thing. I'm like trying to figure out what it is. She mad at everybody. And I'm like, look, who you mad at? Send them emails to them. Quitting including what we doing over here into them to what you got going on. Good morning, Tasha Lynn. Like I'm talking about, and you know, but Tia wasn't giving her no break though.
Man, boss man, we got enough beefs going on, enough of our own
I
problems,
wouldn't.
and
And
people are sitting here.
listen, I
People
never
are sitting
made a
here just
comment.
feeding you shit.
I never made a comment and said nothing. I just was sitting back reading the emails. I was like, wow.
I didn't get any of that. I got some stuff about Detroit news. I got Department of State has found that it has sufficient evidence to determine there may be reason to believe there's a violation of the Campaign Finance Act on Leon. And then I
You
got
really think, what is it that they got?
all right. So this is
That was
coming
the
from
weekend.
810 Flint. You know, give credit where I see it. Right. I'm not gonna try to cut people out like that. 810 Flint's been on top of this one for a minute. So we got. Can I enlarge this any? Yeah, here. Full screen. Well, yeah. All right. Leon Elamine, large blank field. Dear Leon Elamine, the Department of State has finished investigating campaign finance complaint filed against you by such and such, alleging that you violated the Michigan Campaign Finance Act. This letter concerns disposition of that complaint. The complaint alleged that you did not file campaign finance reports after you exceeded the limit for filing waiver in Section 33 of the MCFA. That is, if you get more than $1,000, you have to report it to the state for tax purposes, taxing, and make sure that you're getting X amount of money and you're spending X amount of money. And if you don't spend all that money, you are doing something with it, like paying back loans that you may have taken, giving back to campaign contributions to whoever gave them to you, or you can give it to another campaign, or you can give it to a nonprofit. Okay. The MCFA requires committees to file contributions and expenditures with the appropriate filing official by specific dates. Yeah. Michigan Codified Law 169.233, subsection 1 through 3, the Act requires a committee that receives or expends more than $1,000 during any election to file campaign finance reports in compliance with the Michigan Codified Law 16.233, subsection 6. A person who knowingly omits or underreports expenditures required to be disclosed by the Act is subject to a civil fine of not more than $1,000 or the amount of expenditures omitted or underreported, whichever is greater. This comes from Michigan Codified Law 169.233, subsection 11. Included in Blank's complaint with a large multicolor sign advocating your election for Flint First Ward City Council that indicates that it is paid for by your committee. Additionally, the complaint included a flyer for a fundraiser paid for by your committee that was held on September 12, 2024. The large campaign signs, flyer for your fundraiser, and contributions from the fundraiser more than likely exceed $1,000 in campaign activities. That makes your committee ineligible for filing a waiver. Based on the above, the department concludes that the evidence is sufficient to determine that there may be reason to believe that a violation of the Act has occurred. Upon making this determination, the Act requires the department to endeavor to correct the violation or prevent further violations by using formal methods. And if the department is unable to correct or prevent additional violations, it must ask the Attorney General to prosecute if a crime has been committed, coming from Michigan Codified Law 169.255, subsection 10A. The objective of informal resolution is to correct the violation or prevent further violation. Basically, civil fine, same as a traffic ticket or having an unregistered firearm, but this could really screw him up if he tries running again. We've known someone in the past that has had these fines, and they've been ineligible to run. Depending on the size of how much he received, it could possibly get up to a misdemeanor.
Nothing. Basically, Hope Beasley, Michelle Smith, and Yogi G, good morning. Thank y'all for tapping in. And Sheila, good morning. Good morning. I mean, it is what it is. I don't think they're really doing nothing about that around here. Pay a little
Probably
fine.
not, but just saying, things are piling in on him. He's done a lot of. I don't foresee him being able to run for the first ward again.
Is he gonna even be in the first ward again this year? Or didn't he where he at? Didn't the redistricting? Wouldn't he be in the what ward would he be in?
Dude, it is so hard to keep track of which ward is going which way. You know what I mean? Like how they're splitting it and who's going where. But I'm just saying I don't foresee him being able to run for council again with A, all the charges, B, the civil charges, and then C, the campaign finance violations.
I don't think he's not gonna run again. I think he's gonna run. Like I said, you'll have to see how they're gonna do with this residency stuff. I think that's like a sticking point right there. Depends on how that's gonna go.
Yeah, that's a very strong C right there. Like, dude is just better off not running now and focusing on his defense.
Bob Harrington, thank you for tapping in. See, that's the thing. Now I understand what you're saying, the lovely Luana Terry. You have this, what it says. Good morning, guys. Be safe and wherever you're surrounded and have a great Monday. And I'm going to say this, prayers out there to the Grand Blank, out there. what happened in their community and everything. Prayers out to them in the church.
Yeah, a Mormon church of all places. That blew my mind.
I mean, stuff happened everywhere. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? Contrary to what they want to put out there in the media. You know what I'm saying? Every community had problems.
Oh, so my kids, I was talking with them. They're still up there, and they clued me in on a few things. Number one, the perpetrator is dead, so I don't have to sit here and call for death penalty for attacking a church. It's already happened. Okay. Second thing, there was a bomb threat at Myers in Grand Blanc the night prior, and they found explosives in the dude's truck. So the speculation is the dude had called in the bomb threat the night prior to get more police attention on the Myers. That way he could go do his evil act on the church. And here's the fun thing. His home, so Myers, his home, and LDS, his home was like smack in the middle. So it's like, go look over there while I go be evil over here. That's some trip to me.
But let me see. Just Otis Johnson, Bama in the building, and shout out for y'all whooping on Georgia, and Coretta H in the building. Good morning, Wanda Jones Gaddis. Good morning, Carolyn Hendricks. Good morning. This what I want to say though is they gonna take it. Granny G in the building. But this my thing is they gonna take these. Is they gonna? I see Winterton tapped in. Good morning.
Good morning.
Is they gonna take this stuff seriously now? Because look what happened in St. Mark's. Look what happened. Oh man, what's the pastor name? The People's Church. I don't want to get.
Smith. Yeah, Pastor Matthew Smith.
Haig or Hogue.
Hogue.
Am I saying that right? Okay.
I was actually talking to my kids about him yesterday. Like his church was attacked recently, and now the LDS church.
On your end, can you see why I'm Crystal Monique having a problem? She said it's doing it again. She can see the chat, but she can't. But it disappears.
Let me go into YouTube itself and see if I can correct the issue. It really depends on what she's
his
saying.
home was in Burton, 10 minutes in Burton.
Yeah.
Plus 10 miles away. The lovely Queen Anifa, Grand Rising beloved, is in the building. My thing is they gonna take this. Oh, Terry Nixon said they cancel schools for Grand Blanc schools is closed or they prayers too long. But my thing is they gonna start taking these threats serious, because just look what happened to Pastor Smith Holt. Hey, Pastor, if I'm saying your name wrong, I'm sorry. Believe me, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to say it, pronounce it wrong. But if they're gonna take his stuff serious, the individual popped up at his church when he called 911. They told him to go serve him.
Man, like,
oh wow.
So Texas, and I don't fuck around a lot with Texas, but they took away the law. They nullified it that you cannot carry in church. So you now can, right? I think it was about 2-3 years ago, a gunman tried to enter a church and do the same stuff there. And Texas did what Texas does and dropped the guy. Like, when you have soft targets, such as in Michigan churches where you cannot carry, that's where I go to cause chaos. Personally, like, hey, I've got X amount of time before the cops show up, and I know majority of the people will not be armed there. Like, that's the best thing I can think of to counter a lot of this, because there are a lot of threats. This guy targeting a Mormon community because, as Winters said, allegedly. Well, Winters said it, but this is alleged, right? That Charlie Kirk was killed in Utah, which is the largest population of Mormons in the world. So he is taking it out on the Mormons for where Charlie was killed, which is wild to me. Mormons, are mostly conservative, vote Republican. Number two, like, yeah, the shooter might have been Mormon, but that doesn't reflect upon the entire community. And that's the same stupid rhetoric that we heard after 9/11, where, okay, some dudes from the Middle East attacked the Twin Towers and the Pentagon, so everyone thought all Muslims are evil. Like, that's insane to me. blaming an entire community for the actions of one dude. You know,
See,
I've got a Mormon neighbor. They're great. I mean, they're a little weird. They don't drink coffee, tea, smoke, drink alcohol. But hey, you know what? If you can live a clean life, more power to you.
I was trying to pull the article up. I can't get to the article.
Oh, from Miss Andrea Watson. It's been reported that he used to attend that church. And, you know, I've heard a lot of crazy things about the Mormon community. I've served with several of them. They've told me some crazy stuff. In my mind, yes, it's very close to being a cult, but at the same time, you can join and leave at your own discretion. So, you know, do your thing.
Did you see this one here? I'm looking at what Kobe Fatty, aka Elizabeth P. Finney, said. A Birdman running from council came on Dave Bondi and said he got weird feelings after talking to him a few days prior to this. Wow. What up, Sante Rollins? Good morning. But this is my thing, because I think I read somewhere where they said, win-win 1985. Thank you for tapping in. Good morning to you. Then they said it was explosive planted at the back door. I think I read an article. I was trying to pull it up. Said they had explosive at the back door when he came to lock in the front door, when he crashed the front door, and he went in there and went to shoot and was trying to block the people from coming out. Like I could have no games. Thank you for tapping in.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was an article. I'm just trying to figure out, like, wow.
Give me a second. I'm on Detroit Free Press right now. So the first article I read said that 7 were shot. 6 of them were in stable condition. 1 was in critical. Now from Detroit Free Press, let me go ahead and share screen. Whee. 2 more bodies found after Michigan church shooting. So apparently he unfortunately did drop people. 4 victims according to here. Oh, it won't let me highlight, but you can see my mouse. And children were shielded inside the church according to Grand Blanc police chief. Let's see if I can find what you were just talking about.
Well, the nurses was on there too, said they was trying to help and they was turned away. The nurses that was on strike out of Genesis said they was turned away trying to help. That's diabolical right there too. Let me just put allegedly out there. I ain't got time to be getting sued because we ain't.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with
Constance. Good morning.
Suing us.
Good morning. And like listen, man. They. But the only thing I'm saying, when do they start taking this stuff more seriously? Like all these threats, like if they gonna keep playing with people's lives, they're not taking the threat seriously. Because you seeing people getting threatened here. You seeing the church already been set on fire. That's my only thing. When are they gonna start taking the stuff that's happening to the people here seriously?
So here's the thing, right? Had they taken what happened to Pastor Smith's church, People's Church, seriously in the first place, prosecuted and didn't mishandle evidence and actually brought the hammer down. I mean, full on arrest and felony, you know, give the guy hate charges on top of or hate crime charges because of that, because of the church he attacked. This might not have happened. Because when you see that someone can go and attack a church and nothing happens, or you get a light slap on the wrist and you see it, there's a possibility of purposely mishandling evidence. I said possibility. I didn't say it is an absolute. Don't sue me. It kind of gives you the idea of, hey, if this guy could do it, maybe I can. It opens the door for copycats. Until you slam the book down and actually get to work, you're going to have copycats or people thinking that they can attack others in that same manner.
Man, listen,
I'm 100% with you here. Like, they have to start taking this shit seriously.
Then even Andrea Watson said the nurse who ran over to the scene and they were turned away at the door at the hospital. They were willing to cross the picket line and help. See, this is when you see nurses was trying to help, and because they was willing to cross the picket line and got turned away. This how you know this stuff is a game. It's the game that they playing. It's a game that they playing. They don't care about, and that's sad that happened there, but I don't want to see that happen here to these church. Common sense, what to do, cousin? I don't want to
Here's
see that happen here to the people that's going through this right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it, it happened in Grand Blanc. It can happen in Flint.
Mhm.
But you
I mean,
already had
hell,
one
of
church on
course.
fire. You already had the perp allegedly came at Pastor Smith Hogg for the People's Church, and then he back show up again, and what he do? Nothing happened. He get let out.
Exactly.
Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like when you have such a limp-wristed response to a targeted attack
yeah,
that could have killed someone, you have to just throw the book at him. Like, no, dude, you're not back on the street. You're in lockup and you're being charged for attempted murder.
just look at it. They sitting up here playing with people's lives. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I hate to bring it up. Let's just go back to Johnny Cole. He was
Yeah.
able to get away doing what he did. Is it because these people who is against what the mayor doing that they can get attacked and all this stuff can happen and ain't nothing going? The police can't come in and do nothing. Just think about it.
Man.
People
So
can
the
get
cops in
threatened.
Flint, there's a weird dichotomy, right? So you got the ones that actually want to do something but are afraid of their job, of losing their job. And then you got the ones that are just like the mayor's goon squad. You can tell which is which just by looking at A, who's got the kit and when they come in, and B, their attitude. Some
Yeah,
of them come in like fucking Al Capone's boys, you know? Hey, see, you're going to do what the mayor says, see? And then you got others that are like, bro, I wish I could help, but I got a family to feed. And it's just wild. Some of the cops I really do feel sorry for because, hey, if I go against the mayor, now I'm on the streets because I ain't got a job. The other ones that are like trying to profit off of it or be the mayor's little go to fucking squad like that, man, they can go rot. I don't care about them.
I mean,
Fuck.
you know they're gonna say something about this incident that happened, but it's gonna show the hypocrisy because you didn't say nothing what was going through Pastor, the People's Church pastor. You ain't said nothing with Pastor Thompson going through over at St. Mark's. See, they not
Right.
saying nothing. But see,
You
they
know
gonna be
what?
up here saying this was a tragedy, which it was a tragedy that happened out there, and prayers out there again to that community. But why y'all not dealing with this? What's going on? For you have something like out there going on, and that's bad. What's up, 80 Great? Thank you for tapping in. This just show you where they sitting up here playing. Sooner or later, you're gonna have to call the mayor out and say, and call the police chief to my like, look, man, y'all on bullshit. Now,
I mean, you know what? If someone wants, or if a lot of you in chat really want to push something, go ahead and contact Detroit Free Press. Tell them that this wasn't the first church targeted in the greater Flint area. Let them know about Pastor Thompson getting railroaded by city council and, you know, the verbal assaults that have happened to him. Let them know about what happened to Pastor Smith's church and how it was attacked while there wasn't a congregation in place. You know, like this is a growing problem in the Flint area. And now that this happened here, it would not surprise me, you know, if something bigger happened because the lack of the response in Flint. Grand Blanc responded within 7 minutes. I'm just reading through this article. 7 minutes the cops were on scene. How long did it take the Flint cops to get to scene when
I'm looking at
Pastor Smith's church was set on fire?
that was Pastor Thompson. I'm looking at Winter's Hall. Said Swanson went live all day. And like you said, let me see. It said, you know, the president spoke on it. That's already spoke on it. Facts. Michael Bearinger, thank you for tapping in. What's up, the lovely Avis Hopkins in the building?
You know what? Can I just going back for a second? Can I?
Go ahead.
I just want to not congratulate, but you know, comment on those nurses' heroism, like crossing a picket line to try to go help, even if you were turned away. That's a huge thing. Like, you know, picket lines. You know, I didn't grow up in a union family. I didn't grow up in a union city. However, I do know, you know, you stick with your folks, and these nurses were willing to break away from that to go actively help because where the victims went was understaffed. Even if they got turned away, that's a huge deal, you know. So shout out to them.
Shout out to the nurses.
Right?
Shout out to the nurses, but it let you know the type of people that Genesis is diabolical.
Well, Genesis was more worried about their bottom line and getting sued than the actual patients. Well, let's just call that what it is. Because if a nurse isn't on the clock, in other words, she isn't clocked in, she isn't actively working, and she goes to help someone, if something happens, then the hospital can be sued for malpractice or for having someone off. It's this whole bullshit legal thing. Like, hey, no, she is a certified medical professional. It shouldn't matter if she's on the clock or not. Let her fucking help.
Fact.
Especially with massive traumas like this. Gunshot trauma is wild. My training in first aid taught me, like, you need every hand possible, and they were more worried about their bottom line.
Well, you see what Antonio T said. They had to break the line because they took an oath to do no harm. And you looking at, and he said not true. And I'm looking at what Carol Kincaid said. She said, good morning. She said that other page popped up this AM when I was trying to open the link. Wow, what a bunch of got you. That church thing has me reaching out to veteran friends. It's terrible.
Yeah, the shooter was
I know
a
if that's
Marine.
true or not true ever because of the Good Samaritan Act. One half of the Wonder Twins, Debbie Clark in the building. See, what about the Good Samaritan Act, Trevor? Law.
That doesn't apply when in church or in the hospital. That applies to you find someone who is wounded, injured, sick, whatever, on the side of the road or out in public. When it comes to the hospital itself, no, it can be sued, unfortunately.
I mean,
it falls into liability. But that's just stupid that they were willing to put patients' lives at risk. Literally put patients' lives at risk because they're afraid of getting sued. Like, I would rather take the chance of a lawsuit to save one life than the opposite, lose a life and save myself from a lawsuit.
right. Lose a life and you save yourself from a lawsuit.
That was their rationale. Like, hey, we won't get sued.
Crazy.
The fuck is wrong with you? This is a human life. Let these wonderful nurses who are volunteering while still on strike
Michael Cooley
to come in and give their hands to a very precarious situation.
Stanley Wood, good morning for sure.
Oh, could you bring up Miss Debbie?
One half of the Wonder Twin.
Man.
They went to Trillium to help there. Wow.
And hey, Debbie, could you let us know, did Trillium let them in?
Abundant Fate, good morning. Thank you for tapping in, beloved.
Like,
let me see what it says. All nurses take a hypocritical oath to do no harm. They can be on vacation or not on duty, and sometimes they are there to help, or they could lose their license.
It's nurses take their oaths as passionately.
Beverly Biggs, Levy, good morning.
And as seriously as soldiers take their oaths. Right?
JoJo, like, good morning.
I took an oath, support, defend the Constitution. That's from the day I took it to the day I died. These nurses, my mom was a nurse. She could see someone with like a hangnail at Walmart and she would walk over and go help. She was a very gentle, very loving, caring woman. And her first thought was always to help people. And that's how I think of every nurse. Like, their first thought is everyone else, then me. And the nurses who tried to help just prove it. Like, hey, I'm on strike, but these people need me. Everyone else, and then myself. Very selfless people.
Yeah, I mean, but listen, it's when a tragedy happened, it just, to me, if they would have took things more seriously, I'm not saying you can prevent everything, but some stuff you can put, you know what I'm saying? Usually when stuff like this go down, you don't be knowing, but like, and because you know what people don't do, and this is kind of like telling, when they be hearing something, I feel like if that guy who was running for council, if he was saying this, you might have should have warned people if he was talking a little strange. You know, sometimes we don't be taking stuff serious like that when a person be talking crazy, but we get caught up in, well, you know, it ain't got nothing to do with me. Then stuff like this happen. You know what I'm saying?
I spoke with, this is back in 2019. I had one of my soldiers, I'm not going to say his name, but he was acting weird and saying that there's no point in life. And he was very angry at his school. He was going to college. I ended up calling the Veterans Crisis Hotline, and he spent a couple weeks in a psychiatric care to get him straight. I was worried that he was going to go attack a school.
Yeah, I mean, but that's true. That's what I'm saying.
You,
See, if we
you,
did,
you have to say something.
yeah, when you be seeing people be out here talking weird, when you be down there, you do have to say something because it could be a tragedy. You know what I'm saying? A step from a tragedy. But we be so used to laughing like, that man, he just tripping. And we don't be knowing what really be going on.
I
Some
mean,
people just break, but you don't know, you know what I'm saying? Until you know what really caused this for an individual, we just making speculations. But one thing we can say, it was a tragedy that happened.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What is it that a person you would get that mad, and then man, we got this type of stuff here, like, you know what I'm saying? You can just like explosives.
Yeah,
Allegedly, like I'm
honestly.
saying, like you can. It's like, listen, man, this. But like I say, just look at the fellas that did that to St. Mark's. Nakia Harris, good morning. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
telling you, it's terrible.
And before the propaganda machine starts rolling, let me just bring this up one last time. Let us hit the make big. I I don't know too many liberals that drive around with flags on their truck. Just to point that out before someone says this was a liberal attack. How about we get all the facts? But I'm just saying that that's more of a country boy conservative thing.
Nah, you just take us off by accident. You got to do this, add it, and then do this,
And
and
then remove
remove
it.
it.
Thank you. Man, you got this. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out. Like, dude may have been conservative attacking Mormons because Charlie Kirk. Dude may have been, just an anti-Mormon hater. Dude could have been a lot of things. But
Until you,
before the political propaganda starts rolling with it, take a look at the truck, guys. And mind you, I'm on the conservative side, but call out what you see.
I mean, that's what you, like I said, but see, I'm just telling you, when you look at like where this country is headed, to me, it's like everybody's on edge right now, and that's the worst place to be, is on edge,
Yep.
because anything can trigger something, and that's what you don't want. No bunch of BS being triggered. Oh,
All
okay.
right.
Kobe Fatty saying they showed his house. It said that's why I'm looking at, like, if they would have got this mayor together down the street, pull out from where I'm from, make a left, down the street would take you to where the mayor work at, downtown. You might have to make a right when you get to a certain part. But what I'm saying is, if you deal with some of this madness now, because we got council people who have lost their mind, but ain't nothing happening. Like some of this stuff, you done seen some of these allegedly people been in the same places as these council people, been doing work for them. You have to look at all of that. You got to understand, Pastor Thompson been cussed out not once but twice
By the same council person.
by the same council person at the library. Once at the studio, we was recording that prior to that. And this ain't no joke. This shit, like they're acting like, oh, this ain't nothing new. You gotta get with that, and then, like I say, and it might be a coinky dink. I'm gonna go
What a
with a coinky
coinky
dink.
dink.
We're gonna just say a coinky dink. That allegedly this individual was in the same picture, can be associated with the councilwoman. I'm just saying, it's just a
Strange,
coinky
right?
dink. I'm same way that Johnny Cole was associated with the mayor and was associated with a council board member, was cool with council board members. Like, ain't nobody looking at, like, these people get access to just do what they want to do. This is just craziness. And like they say, any other time they'll do guilty by association. This the first time they not doing guilty by association. This man he was doing nothing but work for the mayor. Did he get in trouble? It was easily just to separate the two.
Now, to point out here, I'm not going to say the man's name. I don't like giving the name of perpetrators that do things like this.
Me neither.
You know what? You can rot in hell without a name. But background about him: Marine. There's no such thing as a former Marine. Once Marine, always Marine, as they say. So Marine one tour to Afghanistan. He was not an infantryman. He was a mechanic and vehicle repair specialist. He had the awards of Marine Good Conduct Medal, the Sea Service Deployment Ribbon. So he was a fleet Marine. He served aboard ship. Iraqi Campaign Medal, Global War on Terrorism, and the National Defense Service. Other than that, it also says his son had a battle with hyperinsulinism, a rare condition where insulin cells in the pancreas. So the dude was already under a lot of stress, former, a veteran, but at some point he decided it's time to lose my fucking mind and go attack a church. That's just wild to me, man. Like, and you're right. But here's the thing. So it took people dying in a church in a more affluent area around Flint for the FBI to lead the investigation. But the FBI and ATF aren't leading the investigations into what happened in Flint. The church is the church that was attacked in Flint, or the straight up. It seems like one of the council people has a problem with churches. People associated with her start attacking churches. Like, those federal resources need to start looking into Flint and the attacks happening there.
Better tell them. But I mean, did you forget Rose Morrow?
No, I did not. And the local police took over that one. No, that is a political crime. That is a crime against a political, opponent. That once again should go to the FBI. But I feel like the feds are just blind when it comes to Flint. When they look at a map, there is a blank spot on Flint.
Right. It's like
everything around it. Yeah, they got a force field, or someone took a black marker and marked it out, and they can just see Grand Blanc. They can see Burton. They can see all these other areas. They just can't see Flint.
Yeah, when they see the corruption, it's like they turn the blinds eye. That's when they throw that blind. We don't see nothing. Hear no evil, see no evil. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how can they? What's up, Robert Sharon? We as vets suffer from PTSD, and it's no joke, my guys. It's from Robert Sharon.
No, yeah. I mean, Robert, you and I in the same boat there, dude. Trust me. But I also have to say PTSD is no excuse for harming people. There is help for us. We just have to nut up. And I'm saying this as a vet, right? Fucking nut up or woman up, man up, put on your big boy, big girl pants and go get some fucking help. I've done it. I've been in therapy on and off for years. Right? So sitting there and, I have PTSD, no excuse. We've got all the resources in the world to help us with this issue. This has been a known issue since they started acknowledging it in Vietnam. We've got therapists, we've got drugs if it comes to that, and we've got the timeout place. If it's bad enough, go spend a few days in the psych ward. It's nothing to frown on. You at least had the balls to go.
I understand. Timothy Colson, good morning from Georgia. Nah, I mean, it's serious, but they don't take. But that's what I'm saying. They be playing.
Robert, yeah, I'm with you on that one. I mean, I've said before, I don't trust people, but at the same time, when I noticed things were getting bad in my head, like, dark days, I was sitting there going, man, I think I'd be okay dying. Whoa, that's not a thought I should have. And I went and I sought help. I sought civilian help. I sought VA help. And yeah, I don't trust no one at the same time. I trusted myself less. What would happen if I just sharply turned this steering wheel and smacked into a light pole? Would anyone care? Like, that's not a thought you should be having. And then when that thought turns to harming others, brother, you should trust yourself even less and go find someone to help. I don't care if it's another veteran resource group, if it's like Veterans of Foreign Wars, the VFW, go there and talk to someone. Just talking helps a lot, right? Like, go talk to other vets. Go talk to people you trust. Talk to your family. Like, hey, I'm having this issue, guys. Sometimes just getting it out helps a lot more. It's just, some people like to keep it bottled up because they're afraid of the consequences. Like, bruh, the consequences of maybe spending a few days in a ward, maybe having to have some paperwork on you that follows you for a little bit is a lot less than 7, 8 lives in a church fire and a murder. You know?
But this, and I'm with you, Raphael. Just showing you where our country is at, like fires with the vets. You know what I'm saying? You cannot send people out to these things. But like I say here, look at these areas, what they doing, and this is where I think the disconnect come, because some of these people, and I'm not gonna say all, but they some of our veterans are police officers. To me, you supposed to be able to I don't know when they just sending them back home, but you got to deprogram a person from being in theaters of war.
So they do that. So you've got your post deployment, and what happens is a lot of guys ignore it. Okay, so and they go through a lot when they go through our post deployment. And I'm not saying the military is perfect, right? It's fucked up from the floor up. Let's be 100% honest here. I mean, I've got Stockholm syndrome from the place. But when I got back from Afghanistan, mind you, I'm an infantryman. I'm not a mechanic. I'm not a paper pusher. Those things on my wall were my everything. Okay. Yeah. It was my job to walk around, find someone to shoot at me, and then shoot back. We were playing the world's most deadly game of fuck around and find out. It kind of fucked me up a little bit. When we came back, they walked us through how to get help, where to get help. Some of us, myself included, were put to the front of that line. You know, carrying Sergeant Kennedy's helmet bag after he got shot in the head really fucked me up. So some of us were put in the front of the line. They took extra care on that. Hell, they even rewalked us through sex education, because some guys, when they come back, they're just that fucked up. And this is a mandatory thing. You cannot skip it. You have to go through it. You have to get signed off on it. And it is like a 4-week event. Every day you wake up, do PT, get in duty uniform, and go to this. And there is, so I'd like to point out here with what Raphael Berg said. Vets can get help. The VA is specifically set up for us vets. I don't have to worry about going to a line where Mickey, Miss Odie, Timothy, Wintis are, and waiting for my turn in the line to go get help, go talk to a therapist, whatever. I go to the VA and I can get an appointment within a week. And that's for mental health. When it comes to my physical health, but when it comes to mental health, you're in fast. They really do take that part seriously, because people like Mr. Grand Blank Dumbass, a man with a bit of training, and mind you, this guy's a pogue. He's a mechanic. He was able to do that with just what basic training taught him, or sorry, boot camp. He was a Marine, right? With just what boot camp taught him before his occupational specialty training. That's a dangerous person. Being able to keep cool like that while, pick out targets while chaos is raining around him. Dangerous.
But that's what I'm saying. See how you saying you can go get help from the VA? Mm-hmm. But what about the people that had a post-traumatic syndrome here? Just thinking about
from like
y'all shooting at each other, and you got to worry about. See, it's no place.
Growing up with bullets coming through your house, like that little girl behind Rubes.
Yeah, but see, it's no place. You don't go nowhere to go get no help for that.
Civilians, on the other hand, y'all got it fucked.
And that's the point. And that's what I'm saying. But just look at how you put a whole city up under pressure. Water not right. The conditions of living here. Lack of opportunity.
Violence left and right.
I'm just saying, yeah, but and that's what I'm saying. Look how they deal with it. And I pray, which I do feel like the Grand Blanc community gonna get there. They gonna, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna get down to it. Flint gonna get down to it. Look how many what a campaign headquarters was burnt down, right? That was Rosemont. They
twice.
Facts. They didn't do it right the first time. They doubled back to get it right the second time. Then you had, and she's an retired police officer.
Former sheriff, I believe.
That's
sheriff's deputy. Yeah. And in my mind, sheriff's deputies are better trained than like street cop or city cops. So
Come on, family, let's get them likes up. The likes ain't matching the views. And I'm just looking at this whole thing over here like, dude, is they all right with this? Like, what's going on?
man, I can
Like,
show you exactly how Flint takes care of these things.
no, I'm just
Flint and
looking
its
at it.
police department does this.
Yeah, because what did they
Fucking
tell Pastor
blindfolded.
Smith Hogg? Go out there and take the PPO strain order. What? Why did I come to y'all for to get help?
I'm sorry, like telling someone to go get a PPO when he's already been attacked
Go
with
serve him.
deadly intent,
Go
right?
serve him.
The dude's already a criminal. A piece of paper ain't gonna stop someone
Go
trying to
serve
kill
him.
you.
But they told him to go serve him. What?
Man, they can go fuck off.
I'm gonna
No,
go
there
serve him.
needed to be cops there with handcuffs, and that dude needs to be behind some bars because he is not just a threat to, Pastor Smith. He is a threat to the community at large. If he's willing to go set a church on fire over a disagreement in politics, local politics at that,
Facts.
then what do you think he's willing to do if someone just straight up like talk shit to him?
No, they showing you what they do. They try to intimidate. Like I said, you had a church set on fire, campaign headquarters burnt down, and then
Mhm.
you over here another pastor getting threatened, and he show back up to the pastor spot, and
And
you
then all
mean
the police violence down at council. We can't ignore that in this circumstance here.
and
I mean,
you
take a look at the Wonder Twins. Take a look at Miss Gladys. Take a look at every person that has been Art Woodson catching one in the jaw, Mr. Chester getting chased down, pushed down, and cops surrounding him, all of them screaming, ready to beat the hell out of him, not arrest him. This was not a police action. I've got the supercut on our channel here. You can go take a look at it. It's demonetized. We don't make a fucking cent off of it. The cops were ready to basically gang violence jump this dude. This was not a police action. This was a very personal action that they're willing to do on that. Sorry.
I get it. I'm looking at Allen said crime pays. The more crime in the city, the more federal dollars that the city gets. Facts. Crime pays.
Raphael, like, let me put this up here. So we're going two separate directions here, but look, we can try doing both. Do you think that they could improve on veterans' mental health? Because I know of a lot of veterans that go and some of these treatments don't work. It could always be improved. Always. I know some guys that are still rattled and dinged up. Like, dude sleeps. One of my soldiers still sleeps with a fucking pistol under his pillow, loaded, cocked, ready, and he doesn't even keep the damn thing on safe. Right? He's gone through the mental health process, and they couldn't do a thing for him. The man's just that broken, and he does need to be in a nice padded room until they can fix him. Not all treatments work for all people. Antidepressants with me, they tried me on several. It turns out they don't work on me, and some of them actually, I found out I have a bad reaction to them. I have a bad reaction to amphetamines, period. One of those, I actually attacked someone. Another soldier. It was while I was still in. My uncle had just committed suicide. I'd just gotten back from Afghanistan. I was going through a divorce. I was having a rough time. I was taking Effexor, which, some people swear by it. It's probably a good drug. It just don't work on me. And I grabbed a private and started beating the hell out of him up against a wall locker. When I ripped my hand open on a 240, he came up and slapped it. Next thing I know, I'm in my commander's office going, "Sir, I need some fucking help. I just beat the shit out of Lear." And not all veterans, not all people with these problems realize that they have a problem. Sometimes it takes a friend to come up and say, "Bro, you are fucked up. You need help. Your head's not in the right spot." Sometimes you have to drag him there. Sometimes you have to do what I did to another one of my soldiers, like I said earlier, and call and get them the resources. Sometimes you have to force them on them. I mean, anything and everything can be improved. There is no such thing as a perfect system. But sometimes the system relies on you as the buddy to force them to take that help. The door is always open. Some people refuse to step through. You have to shove them through.
Facts.
And that doesn't just go for us vets, right? Like, if you're a civ, and you have a friend that's having a lot of problems and he's talking some crazy shit, call someone. If it, yeah, it might ruin his life in the short term. Yes, you are going to a behavioral health hospital. You are going to be, walking around in slippers with socks, very plain clothes, and you're going to therapy like 6 times a day and you're sleeping in communal area. Hopefully at the end of it, you're better though. And yeah, it may show up on some records like dude had to spend some time in a hospital. It's better than him acting out and hurting himself, hurting others, or falling into the hole of addiction. You know what I mean?
No, that's what they do. I mean, it just seems like that's the first thing they do. Put you on this, put you on that, put you on this, put you on that. I mean, just think about it with the kids. Oh, they acting up, put them on Ritalin. Let's slow them down. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
They got
Which
everything.
that pisses me off. Oh yeah, my kid likes to run around and jump around. There must be something wrong. No, a kid's a kid. Kids have energy. Send the kid outside to go play. Don't put him on the Xbox. Hey, you know what? If there are no kids in the area outside playing, go take your kid outside and play catch if you have time, or whatever. But just throwing them on some pills because they have energy, it's a fucking kid. Kids are supposed to be hyper. If a kid's not hyper, I'm terrified.
Okay, Miss Odie said, not to diminish yesterday, but this is the time to be heard about the corruption. Didn't like they said Grand Blanc is 45 minutes from north of Detroit instead of saying located in Flint. Facts.
NBC News on their site right now, but I don't want to show it because it keeps on saying
I'm looking at
the
Raphael Burr
fucktard's
said,
name.
pertaining to our council members, they were misusing their delegated of authority. That's why they are seeking the police on people in the council meetings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well.
Common sense, it took 2 staff sergeants that were quite large and several privates to pull me off. I was not in a good spot, right? And you may look at someone who's small and say, I can pick them up and I can manhandle. When they got a hold of somebody and they're doing, going to work, it takes a lot to get them off. Have you ever tried to break up a fight on the street? Like, it takes a lot.
Yeah,
But
yeah. No, I'm just. I looked at it. I was like I said, man. It's a lot of stuff that's going on. I hope it do shine some light because Grand Blanc is right next door. I do hope it do shine some light on how the city of Flint is letting their churches and stuff go down.
let me pull this up for a second because I'm on NBC News right now. Once again, not showing it because it says the jackass's name. But it does say blank is from Burton, a city of nearly 30,000 people, roughly 6 miles from Grand Blanc Township. Both are suburbs of Flint. So at least they're mentioning Flint in some of these, right? But they really do need to be focusing on what's going on in the general area that is making these churches targets.
Right. Won't they bring up
This
St.
isn't the
Mark's?
this isn't the first time a church in the area has been targeted. Like you said, St. Mark's.
And the People's Church, what they pastor went through.
Uh-huh.
Bring them two up and let's talk about Rose Monroe when she was running. And her campaign headquarters got burnt. Not once but twice. I'm just telling you, you can't be playing around.
No, like,
But they not taking it seriously.
as they say, I said
I'm
it
with you,
before, say it
Raphael.
again.
I
You
pray
see
it don't.
something, you hear something, say something. And I get it. Flint police are very biased. We'll say that in the nicest possible way so we can avoid a lawsuit from their union, right? There are other resources. Swanson wants to be governor. Leverage that.
What's up, Maria Carter?
If you don't live in Flint and you're, like where I'm at, White Springs, Florida. If I hear something crazy down here in White Springs, guess what I'm doing? I'm calling sheriff's department. Like, hey, this dude's acting wild. He may hurt someone. You really got to. Like, keeping quiet is hurting people.
Yeah, I mean it's diabolical. I mean, just look at it. Anybody say has we heard anything about St. Mark's Church? Have we heard anything about pastors Hogue Smith or Smith Hogue? If I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry.
No, except for the M Live article that we went through last time. That's the only fucking thing we heard. And this is an arson attack, right? So arson is about control in criminal psychology, what little bit I took. You want to know what the crime most connected with that is?
Talk
Like
to me.
sexual assault. Most people, like they've done MRIs and stuff like this, they find that the same areas of the brain light up when someone commits these.
So you think you just allegedly like it could be more to it.
It, it's not like, oh, he may want to do this. I'm saying it's about control.
Yeah.
That feeling of control. I am in control of this situation. This is my situation. You will do what I say. That type of mindset. That those two are especially linked in the areas of the brain that light up. Which tells you that is a really sick individual. Like someone that has to be that control. We talk about controlling boyfriends, girlfriends, especially with the Alameen situation. It's the same thing. You will do what I say, or you will be punished physically. Type mindset.
When you put it that, but see, this is when you don't take things seriously in Flint. This is why this got to be took seriously on both. Deal with, because the first ward council person, he got a lot of shit on his plate right now.
Man, that dude,
from what he going through into
the paperwork on him,
he got too much. I mean, the campaign ain't really nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can pay that little fine, get it. But I'm talking about the serious
just saying,
thing.
like, it's a stack of paperwork, and it's like one sheet of paper. But he's also got this file here, this file here, this file here, and residency, this file here. That's another felony.
You know who you can't forget though?
Who?
The clerk.
The clerk.
The clerk office has caused all these problems that what Flynn is going through. The clerk office from Inez Brown.
No,
I believe she's a lovely individual, but starting from, because she's been the clerk, she was the clerk from her watch to over the Davina watch. Have probably been, them are probably two of the worst city clerks that ever been in the clerk office. That I'm just saying.
Here's my question.
Residency. Come on.
Before Inez, how many of these problems are popping up? Probably still just as many. They just weren't as loud. This is a systemic issue.
That's the point that I'm saying.
While those two might be the worst that we know of because we see it coming out now.
Yeah.
I mean, what if we start going a little bit further back? What if we start looking at some of these older records? Man, we may see people that have never lived in Flint a day in their lives sitting on council now.
You think this just happened under Inez?
No. This has been an issue for a long time.
You know what I'm saying? Inez know the game. So that's why she was letting it play. That's why you think Davina did it. Davina was looking at it. Look, all of them know. You stay cool with the mayor and you try to stay cool with the mayor, he got his 5 or 6 votes. But the clerk, you still stay cool with the other side because they might have 5 or 6 votes. You know what I'm saying? But that's the game that she learned. And that's what I'm saying. But y'all let it go. And I'll go back to it again. 21. You let him stay in. You let him run from a house that Davina know better than that. That's what I'm saying.
Living
Ain't nobody
in
calling her out on that.
So from what I've learned, Mr. 21 was living off of DuPont in the 6th ward.
Allegedly, I mean, people vouching can find
that's common knowledge at this point.
Common knowledge, right?
And he is still allowed to run in the 3rd. But that goes to another way. The deacon. There was paperwork filed on him for not living in the 3rd ward. Whatever happened to that? We have not heard a whisper about it since it was announced to council. Not an investigation, not a police report, nothing from the state. Did it never get passed up?
Well, he can prove.
Maria, I love it. I saw him on the roof, so it's not alleged.
Well. That's what I'm saying. But now people, I got calls from 3 different people. 3 said, I thought y'all was just picking with him when y'all said 21 didn't live in that area.
No, back when I was having a rougher beef with him on the rent, I went and looked street side view, houses falling apart. I went and looked in the property portal. It said it belonged to the city of Flint. It was a repossessed home. Its future use is green space. And, that's not doxing the man. That's public record. Anyone could go and look that up. It's not like I did some background looking, played with this, played with that, found his address and put it out there. Like, no, this is the shit that is on paperwork that is you can look it up in the county.
You know what, Granny G? That's going to be downright diabolical. Say, what do you think is going to happen when CW and CM bring up what Green statement to him live? Because, but did you hear about it? He said all we got to do is enforce the laws that we got.
Man, I've been saying that for years, except he doesn't enforce any fucking laws.
No, but he went on M Live and didn't agree with what they said. See, they was trying to cover up the first war because of what he going through. And hey, Alan, I'm with you with that. The power of the clerk and their diabolical movement is some crazy work. And that's what I'm saying.
Power of unelected positions in politics is wild.
With Davina letting that slide because she knows she go after Leon. She got to go after Liddell. She got to go after 21 because them current. Even though, because I doubt she gonna go back. Them three current. Then you will start opening up other things. But see, because it's so easy to do this, man, with people acting like this not easy. Trevor, it's easy if I can go just say, hey, look, change my address to your house.
Yes, 100%.
That ain't nothing hard to go do. I started getting mail at your house. Now I can vote out of, in so-called 7-8 months, I could use your address, how they playing it. That's all this stuff is that they doing. But you know what, Maria Carter, it would have to go that way because if you did it right, the thing would be them three who played games. 21 wasn't in there. You got to bring it back up on him. You'll have to get Liddell too. But see, he been playing for so long, running from that area over there for so long, playing. And that's why if you stop it now, see, if you stop that residency fraud now, you might can't go back and get Josh Freeman. You might can't go back and go get Santino Guerrero. Them you might can't go back and get, but what you can get is
what
the
about
one
Griggs
right now, huh?
Griggs. It was supposed that he was living outside the city.
Maybe you can't go get them now because they out. They not been there, but you can get these current ones.
I mean, I hope the statute of limitations exceeds 10 years on this because that is some major influence. You are controlling a city's budget, and you might be using large chunks of that city's budget to influence or help another city that you actually live at. And leaving the residents that you're supposed to be fucking representing out in the cold. Literally in the case of Michigan.
No, but that's what I'm just saying. Not see me and cousin, but I'm just saying the current administration, I agree, the current administration is fair game. And that's how you got to do. And hey, Alan, I agree with you too. Neely isn't having his Ocean 11 style team broken up. Facts. Yeah, that's why Davina not gonna do nothing. See, when you gotta look at the whole thing. He got the clerk office, he got help from Lansing, and he got the city council, and he probably cool over there on the county side. Let's just be honest. He got help on, you know what I'm saying? He got down there all factions of government help. When you got Lansing, that's a hell of a step. And let's not forget, he got the state rep. He got the state rep, majority of the council. Look, hey, Maria Carter saying he got Mott. Hey, listen, them all factions. How you gonna beat that? How you gonna beat that?
How are you gonna beat a multi-million-dollar foundation that has been investing in Flint to make it go a certain way?
And it's their city. Years? First of all, we need.
100 million.
And we need to admit who city is because if Mott do leave, this thing can turn into you talk about a going off the cliff in like 30 days. I don't know if Flint can last a week if Mott left.
Dude, ghost town. Flint would, probably largest ghost town in America.
Facts. But that's what I'm saying. So when you dealing with that, like I say, when you can see all them PPOs that the councilman in the first war was ever to put out, he got PPOs pushed through quicker than anybody was getting them pushed through.
He got one on Ms. Bev Biggs within, I want to say 48 hours. 48 fucking hours. Whereas when one of our co-hosts here, Wintis Hall, went to go get a PPO, she was fucking denied.
That's what but see, it's all about, and I think that's what we not getting. Like, this is politics. If you in the mayor's seat.
Yo, I ain't going has this perfectly said. This setup is airtight. There
Yeah.
is no way you can pop that fucking lid.
But what's up, KD? What KD said? KD said Leon has to go. His spotlight is too bright. They're trying to do it with the least amount of collateral damage. Facts.
100%. Like, I don't think he's going to run just because the spotlight on him and all that
Facts.
negative light is starting to shine a little bit on Liddell, a little bit on the mayor, a little bit on June,
Yeah.
a little bit on Ken. They're like, no, 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 no. You just go on, live your life. Hopefully you don't go to prison.
But see,
and we're
Liddell,
going to continue doing shit, hopefully keeping the shadows.
but see, she not leaving this side. She was at court with him. See, they still, you got to understand, he fighting two fronts. He fighting a DV case and he fighting a residency case.
Dude, you just said that she is with him at court. It kind of reminds me of the message we saw on The Watch. Hey, boo.
Facts.
It's
the stuff Tanya dropped. Facts.
I'm sorry. Like, I know that's alleged, but it's not looking good in the be able to deny department. You know what I'm saying?
But check this out. He got allegedly, like when the Councilwoman Burns was dropping receipts, he got pictures of people houses, basically people that's his political ops. And I'm gonna say it like that. What's up, Kenneth? He had Tanya allegedly had Tanya mama house, Tanya house, Art uncle house, a couple of the executive board members of the NAACP house.
He was,
as you said,
he was sending those to his friend. His friends. That makes me wonder, like, because the MAID Foundation, isn't that to rehabilitate criminals? You know, people who have been through the system to get them on the proper track. How many, quote, friends does he have from that? And what did they do? I'm sorry, you are a convicted felon. You have your record expunged. You go through and you try to help other felons. Most of the people around you are, you know, people who have been through the system. And I'm wondering for what. And if you're sending people's houses and addresses to your, quote, friends, which friends? And why?
Oh, wow. Hold up. Let me not forget. He had Beverly
Biggs'
house up in there. You see what I'm saying? Like all of this stuff. Let's just go with allegedly. All these people, houses, and people he into it with. I mean, from a political standpoint. And then you seeing Rose Morrow stuff get burnt down. Now you seeing Pastor Thompson. You see Pastor Smith Hogg. If I'm saying your name, Pastor from the People's Church, I'm sorry. You seeing him getting threatened, the perp pulling back up to his church. Like, dude, do you what play? I'm saying,
if your house was leaked like that, I highly suggest getting a lot of cameras put on the outside, because they like arson attacks. That's the one thing that scared me the most. You know, when protests are going on, and we'll get into that another time.
Right. I'm looking.
But I was like,
go ahead.
I was like, all right, if there's a group outside my house, a person with a Molotov cocktail is being dropped first. House fires are terrifying. There's nothing you can do about it except evacuate. But if you got some cameras, I mean, at least you can try to get someone put in jail for attacking you.
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. I mean, attempted murder.
Allegedly.
Yeah, exactly. Attempted murder right there, and nothing happened. But there's at least a chance that you can identify someone, because honestly, like, I don't know what else to tell you other than leave. But then you're giving them absolutely everything. Like, no, fuck that. Don't. Especially if you're in the political eye.
Facts. Look what Alan said. Politics is real-time war. Neely understands the battle plans and knows how to fight political. The late Mays knew how to fight a political battle. And that's basically where we at right now. But just think about it. You can't even get no help. Tanya was getting threatened. You remember we was getting threats. Winston was getting threats. You remember talking about come and shoot this up. And as you see, we get threats. Tanya was getting threats. But you know what the police told us? Here's the deal.
We couldn't go to the cops. Just like you're saying. Like, I thought about it. I'm like, the cops ain't going to do shit. I made sure every gun in my house is loaded. I took those things fucking serious. I didn't go anywhere unarmed.
Only thing I did was make sure all my stuff was legit. Because they telling us, like, well, if you do this, you can go to jail. So you mean to tell me I got to call y'all in case somebody at this door, they can come in and just pop me. So I got to wait till y'all come. And y'all saying
police respond. Like, I don't trust the 911 operator in Genesee County, because where the studio is, it's on the border between Flint and the township.
Right.
So they might try calling Flint, and oh nope, that's not our jurisdiction. And then you have to wait even longer for the township police to respond. And I think their response time is like 5-6 minutes on a good day.
That's what I'm saying. So even when we went, like even when Liddell doxed me, didn't nothing happen. Didn't nothing happen. She went right on there. Yeah, that's him. Put my address out there.
Your
It's
full legal government name, all of it.
And she right on the post. Yeah, that's him.
And then someone else put out your girl's name.
Yeah,
And
they did all
then
that.
like
how they did
trying
all
to identify that. Like, what the fuck? That is just opening you up for attacks, and they didn't do a fucking thing.
And didn't mumble a word. This is the stuff that's planned out. Oh, we don't know. We can't do this. Can get threatened. Oh, this gonna happen. Oh, that ain't. But it let me know when I was like, wow, these, when you battling these, when you putting truth out there, they will block you at every whistle. Now you got to really defend yourself, and it's like, damn. So I gotta get fucked up for them to take it seriously.
Here's the crazy
part. If I fuck them up, I go to jail. Make sense.
Here's the crazy part, Mick. Who would you put a PPO on? Because it's not Liddell that's, setting buildings on fire. It's her friend. Okay, how many other friends does she have? That PPO, that piece of paper, A, won't protect you from shit. And B, there are so many people out there that are connected with these individuals. Right. You can't get a piece of paper on all of them. Hell, you don't even know who's going to come from which direction.
Just think about LaShawn doing the campaign. I mean, doing the day of the voting.
Mm-hmm.
She called herself playing a game.
Calling up some people ready to fight.
Having some people come up there, and then was trying to sick the individual on me. This one was so crazy. Tried to sick the individual on me. Was talking crazy as hell. Was talking reckless. You know me, I don't say nothing. What people saying I was live. I gave, the big homie a hug or whatever. Like, she sat up here but these the games that they can play. She sat up here, played this game. What if me and him didn't know each other and something would have popped off? And I wasn't even the one talking. It really wasn't no junk being talked, to be honest. It was just
you were just there covering the event.
Yeah,
and there was some jokes said, but it wasn't even about her. It was about that damn loudspeaker.
What up, Philip Johnson? Went and created was finna start some mess, and then be sitting up trying to smile. Like, I'm like, so this the type of individual you'll try to get somebody cause some madness. Like, but these are the people that Neely surrounding himself
trying to incite a fight, right?
Yeah.
That's what if that fight escalated? What if a body was fucking dropped and no fucking remorse?
But she don't care, because you know what she was gonna do. Like when she went out there messing with Tanya Jones, when she was out there messing with Miss Flint and her mom and them out there doing, I don't know what's going on. Even when the police was like, you're wrong for that. But they ain't gonna say nothing because they get to do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying?
No handcuffs.
That's why
she was sitting there accosting a woman, body contact. That qualifies as assault. No handcuffs.
And guess what? She got help. She getting help. That's what I'm saying. All this stuff, all this going on, man. But these are the people he surrounded himself with. Just go look at Johnny Cole. He got way more question of people that's around him. Look, just look at the people. You got Candace, how she was. Listen, Candace is. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people can say what they want. She might have a mind for politics, and I can agree with that because she not a worker. But far as how she treat individuals, if she think if you beneath her, I watched how she treat people who she think beneath her. I watch how she treat people who she think got something that can further her career. Liddell just straight up bullying because she mad because the way she felt like them recalls pissed Liddell off, so she taking revenge out. Judy just don't care about nobody on the north side. And the councilman in the first ward, it's about money. Most of them people, and you see with LaShawn, it's about money. They feel like, we get to do this. We can sick the police on them. We can do this. Ain't nothing gonna happen. The mayor got our back. But see, these are people he sitting up surrounding himself around with. None that can think for themselves. Only thinking they doing is let's get some money. Let's just get some money. You got Candace water bad, but with her nonprofit, she trying to get $300,000 allegedly for her nonprofit. State rep finna set it up for she can get 100,000. I mean 300,000. How they get money? She ain't even up here worrying about what's going on. She there to collect the pay. Her husband put her in. He got this politics. She didn't even have to do a damn debate, man, and she steady winning. But I don't know how she winning that big. Like everybody's just voting for her. I ain't got to see her. Everybody just voting for her. That absentee ballot game, man. And I'm not mad. I just hope the next people that can get in can work them absentee ballots. Don't get rid of them. You just got to find some new people who know how to work them absentee ballots too. But until y'all, please, family, if Davina don't do her job, sue her to make her do her job. Don't let her keep sliding. Sue her ass.
Well, let's just, that opened the door, Good job, Stanley. Stanley Wood. He's already set that shit up. He's ready to go. He's got the paperwork. He's got his paper trail. He's given her notice. Next step is to sue. So great job, dude. Like,
Facts.
You're on top of this shit.
What's up, KD? She's a Candace opportunist. Towards the end, she will flip on them. She wants to be on the winning team. And it's obvious many of them ain't winning the next election. You right about that?
Man, I'm willing to bet, though, those elections are going to be stacked, right? Like, you're going to have 2 or 3 people opposing the incumbent. And then you're going to have the incumbent, the person already in that chair. And then there's going to be another Neely pick. Like, Neely's going to double up on that and try to, A, split the vote, and B, hey, if my person loses in this primary, if the person in the seat loses in this primary, I've got to back up.
Right. I'm looking at Deborah Luna. All the retired politicians sitting as CEOs on nonprofit.
Kill me.
People, what? I can't even. Man, listen, don't mess up the nonprofit game, man. I need to get in that game. Let me get my paper, you heard? Let me get my paper, you heard?
I like sticking on the private side of things. Like, hey, private enterprise here. We can make our money and we don't have to worry about kissing no one's feet. You know what I mean? Fuck that ring.
Hey, Philip said it many times. With anyone in the country not on the tape, we can't even sell out. I've been trying to sell
tried
for about since I got in the game. Can't get nothing.
We've been looking for a couple million for a hot minute. Ain't no one paying us. Shit, Mickey got stiffed. That's where pay the producer comes from.
Facts.
We tried.
Mama Quill, the mayor already got his people lined up. Yeah, he got them. And he got the clerk office. He just sitting back smiling. Ain't nothing going to happen. The only thing going to happen if the people that's bagging him say, you know what? We got to get some new rascals in here before we can get this money. Because ain't nothing going to change. Dude, it's just that Neely and his
times? How many times have I said the faces change, but the votes stay the same?
Yeah, they ain't nothing. Listen, they got to get another man because they see that Neely just went in too rough. They like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't even stealing like the other ones before you. You know, they was taken, but they didn't just do it bluntly. You know,
Neely's gone straight thug on this. Yeah. And that's the best way I can say it. He walked in like Debo. Give me that shit.
And don't think this is the first mayor that to sit up there then sick the police on people. Don't be no fool, family. They've been doing this. It's just that the way he did it, he let his council people get crazy.
Here's the other thing, Mick. Those other mayors that were sicking cops on people didn't have 810 to watchdog them.
Facts. Now you got a facts with that. I gotta agree with that. That's why I would have thought. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. But Davina, hey Philip,
you don't have to be clever, Philip. They've got all the fucking power. You might as well just like strong arm it. What are you gonna do? You're gonna call the cops? I own those. Oh, you're gonna call the feds? They don't see Flint. What the fuck? What are the folks gonna do?
And a lot of them don't even see that the mayor setting them up for the long haul. They don't even see they being set up for the long haul. Liddell talked, and Judy, we went down into these things. Tanya said she went to one. I forgot what the one she went to when they went to the event, as far as parliamentary, whatever. You don't. It's unethical to vote on your own. What's in that? Then none of them say it took Tanya and JWC to say that. Then none of the other five. They didn't. They missed that part.
Take a
They missed
second,
that
Mick.
part.
Take a second here.
Yeah,
they went to a class that
Fact.
tells you that it is unethical. They needed a fucking class to tell them this, and they still skipped that part.
But they didn't go to that seminar. All of them didn't. The five didn't go.
They skipped that seminar. Like, this is common sense. This is actual practical law.
You know
and
what?
There has to be a seminar on it, and they skipped that. What?
Let me see what Ron Hayward said. He said, question should be, if Leon had all these PPOs against people, then went out and took all these pictures of those people properties along with family member property, etc., isn't that a direct violation? I mean, I've been on here asking it. I mean, Ron, I've been asking that, but you know, I've been asking that. But
that falls into a yes and no, because according to the paperwork that Leon has, he is the quote victim. So they're going to be a lot more lenient with him. Like, hey, this is where this person's at. If you could keep an eye on them so I don't have to worry about them attacking me. That's exactly how he's going to roll that. And the courts won't care because, hell, you know, I've had female friends who've had PPOs against stalkers or domestic abuse. They were able to go do that. Like, hey, brother, here is my ex-boyfriend's house. You know, keep an eye on it for him. Make sure that he doesn't leave in the middle of the night to drag me down the street or some shit.
I'm thinking Ron Haywood saying that is a direct violation, because I'm trying to figure out he's on teller. What? Why? Okay, let's go with what you just said. He wanted to have this on here to say
that's how he's going to play it in the court. I mean, we all know that he's targeting him.
Yeah, but what about Tanya Mama? What Tanya Mama got to do anything? She's an elderly woman.
Oh, Tanya spends a lot of time with her mother, and I'm afraid that she might use her as an excuse. So if you could keep an eye on that, and if something happens, if Tanya's car isn't there, then she can't use that in court as an alibi.
And he don't tell her too.
You know he's gonna fucking weasel the shit out of that one.
But I mean, but let's not finish. Then you got pictures of People House that's on the executive board of the NAACP. Ain't got nothing to do with you. They ain't been to your house. What you got them? What you got pictures of that? And he don't tell her. So you mean you sending people out to go take pictures of People's house?
Man, I'm willing to bet that those council members have stopped using direct text messages. Now, I really want to see what their Discord or Telegram has to say, because those are encrypted. Like, I love Discord because it's encrypted. I learned that shit when I was playing EVE Online. Could you imagine what these fuckers are saying on something that wouldn't be subpoenaed, that wouldn't be
nah, but check this out.
Information FOIA'd.
Yeah, but check this out. Just check this out. But check this out. You listen, you already got that in your phone that you were showing these. I'm with you, but what was the other part said? Because now with them, it got leaked out. The councilwoman had the receipts. You got all these people pictures in your, you know, they what's the name? Now all I'm saying is, now you got all these pictures, right?
Yep.
So you won't tell her. You can't be out. Like I'm with Deborah Luna because the teller is strict. How is you out maneuvering? I mean, so you sending people to other people's houses, taking pictures?
Crazy, right?
And then you got the community. I mean, what they only gave
out. If that doesn't scream in legal terms intimidation, then I don't know what does. And yeah, I read Philip here because he's right. Yeah, like Leon is violating the law. He is violating PPO, even if he's doing it third party. And I just said how he's going to try to weasel out of it. We'll see if a judge, you know, has the common sense to say, nah, Leon, you're fuckered up, because he did the same thing with the woman that he fucking allegedly abused. Sorry, trying to stick away from lawsuits today. We're playing the lawsuit game, right? And the judge told him, no, that's wrong. You can't do that. Now he's doing it to other people.
Yeah.
Tanya Burns and her mother, Art Woodson, executive board NAACP. He was already told you can't do that. He just went out and did it again. But who's enforcing the laws? And why aren't they consistent, as Mr. Phillip is saying?
I'm just saying, like, no, it ain't none. But and you can able to get away with it. Like it shouldn't be like, to me, it's like they gotta take him. A regular person, they would be listen, this stuff wouldn't even this stuff wouldn't even take this long. That's what I'm saying. When you seeing things that's going on, and you know what I'm saying, and these people playing this game, get rid of Davina. If you make Davina do her job, you make
But
Davina do her job.
if Tanya, Dennis, uh, Jerry, or Mr. Jarrett, and you know, I'm using their first names, you know, on the friendly basis. Obviously, all the respect possible for being a council person.
Right.
If they were to bring it up, put a resolution on the floor to remove Davina. Granted, it is not going to pass. Period.
Right.
End of story.
Right.
But the fact that her job was put on the floor and voted on ought to scare her a lot of bit. Not a little bit, a lot of bit. That's just where I'm going with it. Like, sometimes you have to pull political intimidation tactics. Now, I'm not talking about, you know, showing someone's home and saying roll up. I'm saying here is a legal justification to remove you from your fucking job.
No, it should.
Act right, or we will vote again when we have more people, and we will fucking remove you.
Because this what I don't get, and not because I know we at the hour and 30 minutes. I'm gonna say this and let Trevor do it, and we can close out. This my thing. This my thing with Davina. You took the stuff for residency, right, to the state. And she took all this information, evidence to the state, right? And the state gave it back to her, right? Told her, no, it's your job. If you took that stuff up there, to the state, and they telling you to do your job, you evidently you must believe that the residency fraud got some legitimacy, because you wouldn't have took it to the state for them to do it.
I mean, now, she doesn't have to believe in it. According to the law, if it is reported to her, she has to do something about it. And she tried skipping out on her duty and passing the buck. And they said, no, the buck's fucking yours. Do your damn job.
But if you go look what happened in Lapeer, the state stepped in and did the job.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how you going to miss out? You going to tell
like I said, the reason that Lapeer did it is because conflict of interest. There was, because the man was in the same same area. Not the clerk, the accuser that brought it to the clerk. So they're like, okay, there's conflict of interest here because the man who brought it up was in their prosecutor's office. That's why Layton's taking care of it. But in Flint, there is no conflict of interest according to the legal blah, 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 blah. So they're like, okay, no, you take care of it yourself because this is something you can't take care of yourself. There is no supposed conflict of interest. Do your damn job, Davina. That is what the state's saying. That's why the state's doing it like that. That's the problem, though. Like, because according to the laws, there is no conflict of interest. Anyone who pays attention to Flint and its politics knows, well, Davina's like one of his best friends. That shit ain't gonna fucking happen. The state should step in, but once again, the state is keeping an eye on a couple hundred cities across the state of Michigan. They don't have time to look into the Flint thing, and the state rep is absolutely worthless for calling out the bullshit in Flint. If we had a real state rep, I can't say we, I'm not in Flint no more, but if Flint had a real state rep and this came through and it got kicked back to Davina, a real state rep would have gone to, Secretary of State, Board of Elections and said, hey, no, there's a conflict here. You should step in, right? But you don't have a real state rep.
But that's the conflict. She's married to the mayor. So you need to get somebody, you know what I'm saying? You can't get no help there. Who do you go to now?
You don't.
I see what I'm saying.
You've been run into a fucking brick wall, bro. Like, as it was said earlier, Neely has this shit airtight. He's got all the right people in the right positions to pass off as much as possible without state interference or without federal interference. He's got the people in the right positions to get the eye to turn blind.
And that's what they're doing. They're turning a blind eye to what's really going on. Well, we at the time. You got anything else, Trevor, you want to say? We ain't got no council today, do we?
Not that I know of.
I think it's Wednesday coming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So two things. Number one, I see Common Sense saying call Jed. Jed's got a lot on his plate right now, and all the respect in the world to him. I don't think we can call on him for every problem in Flint. Like, there's a lot in the country that needs help. You know, if he can come and help with this, great. But man, the dude's had a lot of problems with Flint. Hell, the cops were even targeting his mother. I wouldn't blame him for not coming back, right?
Facts.
100%. And then when he went for election day, as you said, the third ward councilwoman who has a case on her called people up there to specifically start issues with you and him.
And I had just got there.
And you had just got there. So I don't blame Jed for not coming back.
Facts.
Look, final thoughts of the day, right? Number one, what happened in Grand Blanc is a tragedy.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts. I'm not part of the Mormon community. I will never be part of the Mormon community. I'm too addicted to caffeine, nicotine. And many of them are great people. And I all the thoughts and prayers, how little that does. I would like to see a change in the laws to where people can carry to defend themselves in churches, because as Mickey pointed out, this isn't the first church in the area that's been targeted. Right? One was set on fire. One has had so many verbal abuse and assaults come at him. It wouldn't surprise me if physical action come next. And as this just showed, in church, you are absolutely, in at least the state of Michigan, vulnerable. So I would like to see a change there to where people can at least protect themselves instead of waiting for cops to respond. As it goes into the politics of Flint, I think we pretty much established it's airtight. And you got to hope that the elections pull through, but they got those absentee ballots on lock. How many of those signatures looked exactly the same? And we haven't heard of an investigation yet. Why? Because anyone that could call for the investigation happens to be friends with the people that committed the crime.
Facts.
I don't know.
Fact.
I don't know what to tell you.
How you gonna, that's like them coming to get me. Hey, we need you to give Trevor up, huh? I got you. Throw it away. I'll lose the papers.
Go straight into the shredder.
Yeah, like, are you fucking serious? That's what's up. And shout out to Stanley Wood again for handling business to putting pressure on Davina, like Michael Cooley said. Keep pressure on Davina, 662 Greenwood.
One last thing, because shout out to Stanley once again. Yes, Stanley, you're a fucking hero, dude. But the other thing is, shout out to those nurses once again.
For sure.
Hippocratic oath, going taking care of people, nothing but respect. You folks are what keep hospitals running.
Facts.
And that has me done.
Peace.